Alaska is an eagle that I want to fly across a sea of castles, reaching for the sky. Alaska is the part of me left unexplored. Alaska is the warming sun on a misty fjord. She is the mystery that I will never tame. She is Alaska, Alaska. Alaska is her name. Alaska is a story that my father told of swift rivers running with salmon and gold. Alaska is so many things I've never known. Alaska is the great land calling me home. She is the mystery that I will never tame.
For nearly half a century, Westours has been pioneering vacation travel to Alaska. And together with Holland America Line, their partner in Alaska, they offer more ways to see more of Alaska than anyone else.
Alaska, Alaska is her name.
Among the many options of cruises and cruise tours, you can sail on the beautiful New Amsterdam, the flagship Rotterdam, or the classic Noordam. Great ships of Holland America Line, Alaska's highest rated fleet. Elegant ocean liners designed for the spaciousness and comfort of a luxurious hotel many other ships just don't have. Other ships going to Alaska don't give you views like this because they don't have decks like this. There's plenty of room to relax and have fun, and there's always a variety of activities on board to do. Or not to do. It's your choice. When a good workout works up your appetite, the Lido Buffet will tempt you with a delicious variety of foods in an informal atmosphere. If you feel like being a little more formal, a table in the main dining room is the perfect setting for superb cuisine and excellent service. The critics agree that dining with us is special. They have honored our chefs with membership in the Confrérie de la Chaîne des Rôtisseurs, a society for only the most gifted chefs of the world. Holland America Line's great variety of pleasures goes on into the night. You like dancing to a big band? Try the main lounge. If a quiet piano calls to you, you'll find it here in one of our intimate lounges. You may want to try your luck with the turn of a card or a turn of the wheel. Or maybe you feel like watching a lively Broadway review. Whatever your pleasure, we do our best to make them perfect. These great ships of Holland America Line are stable and smooth sailing. On the bridge, the most sophisticated electronic navigational equipment pinpoints course and location. Dutch officers have a no-nonsense attitude about safety and seamanship. Your cruise to Alaska on one of these ocean liners is a time to relax, to travel along the beautiful Inside Passage to Alaska's most popular ports of call. The 7-day round-trip cruises on Holland America Line begin at Vancouver and move along the rugged coast of British Columbia past Prince Rupert and into Alaska through the Inside Passage. with calls at Ketchikan, Juneau, a full-day cruise in Glacier Bay, and a visit to Sitka. Let's weigh anchor and cruise this legendary Inside Passage, one of the most scenic waterways in the world. Your first port of call is Ketchikan, the salmon capital of the world. Here, in this southernmost port, you can stroll along Creek Street, once the red light district, now lined with more respectable shops. But Dolly's notorious bordello is still here, as a museum. Holland America Line allows you ample time to take side trips out of the cities as well. You can visit historic Totem Bight State Park and walk to an ancient Indian campsite in a forest of totem poles. Another choice out of Ketchikan is a flight-seeing excursion to witness the tranquil beauty of Misty Fjords National Monument. Welcome to Juneau, Alaska's capital. You'll love Juneau and her people. You'll also love the Westours people you meet here and everywhere else you go in Alaska. They have been guiding visitors to Alaska longer than anyone. And since they live here, they know the towns better than anyone else. They know the best time of day to visit special places. There are more than 1,500 friendly Westours people throughout Alaska and the Yukon to help make your visit a personal memory. Juneau is a city of heritage that invites exploration. Visit the Governor's Mansion and the Alaska State Museum. Feeling adventurous? How about a float trip on the Mendenhall River? Or a helicopter tour of Mendenhall Glacier at the foot of the Juneau Icefield. Sailing out of Juneau, you come upon the largest collection of tidewater glaciers anywhere in the world. Breathtaking Glacier Bay National Park. Glacier Bay is a spectacular blend of thousand-year-old rivers of ice, scenic wonders, and abundant wildlife. It is home to a variety of marine mammals, including humpback whales, which use Glacier Bay as their summer feeding ground. Unlike many other cruises to Alaska, all Holland America Line round-trip cruises visit Glacier Bay National Park.
Alaska calls my name.
All Holland America Line round-trip cruises also include this historical port of call, Sitka, once the capital of Alaska. Sitka never forgets her Russian heritage, and neither will you. Once the center of a Russian fur trading empire that reigned for over 100 years, Sitka's picturesque setting and rich heritage have earned it high marks from past visitors. Now that you've seen the famous ports of call, let's find out how Westours, Holland America Line's partner in Alaska, can give you even more of this great land called Alaska. In addition to Holland America Line Inside Passage cruises, Westours also offers you cruise tours which include a cruise across the Gulf of Alaska. Once on land, there's the famous Yukon Gold Rush route, tours that explore the interior of Alaska and include the scenic wonders of Denali National Park, home of Mount McKinley. Tours to the pristine wilderness and quaint seaside towns of Kenai Peninsula and the staggering volcanic landscape and abundant wildlife of Katmai National Park. A tour to historic Nome and above the Arctic Circle to the Eskimo village of Kotzebue. Or travel the Dalton Highway to Prudhoe Bay, origination point of the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. Any one or combination of these spectacular experiences can be yours, because Westours takes more people to more places in Alaska than any other tour company. The Gold Rush route begins here in Juneau with a cruise through the beauty of the Lynn Canal on our own day boat, the Fairweather. And only with Westours can you truly appreciate the natural wonder of this spectacular 100-mile waterway, because other cruise ships pass through at night. Westours Fairweather sails the waters of the Lynn Canal in the light of day, and this specially designed craft brings this great spectacle so close you can almost reach out and touch it. Lynn Canal is the natural home to a variety of wildlife, including sea lions, whales, and eagles. The Lynn Canal excursion is an experience our past customers rate as a highlight of their Alaska tour. Welcome to the gold rush fever of Skagway. 100 years ago, Skagway was the jumping-off place for the Yukon, a vigorous town of boardwalk streets and noisy saloons. After leaving Skagway, you travel over historic White Pass. This is where stampeders, feverish with dreams of gold and burdened with 2,000 pounds of provisions, struggled up and down this very terrain nearly 100 years ago, the Trail of 98. These rugged mountains and treed valleys, once looked upon as a challenge by the prospectors, can at last be appreciated in the ease and comfort of your luxurious motor coach. And here's the rip-roaring Yukon Territory, home to colorful towns like Whitehorse and Dawson City. This is the land of Jack London and Robert Service, where bawdy ballads of gold rush days still ring. Going to Dawson City is like going back in time, to the day when Robert Henderson discovered gold on a Klondike River tributary. And when his call from the wild was heard around the world, it changed the Yukon forever. Dawson City still occupies much of the original town site. Looking at many of the old buildings which still stand, it is easy to imagine the fever and excitement of this boom town once bustling with 30,000 people. Compared to the peak of the gold rush, there are fewer people around today, but Dawson City, then and now, has never lacked for colorful characters.
Coming up on the right-hand side is Diamond Tooth Gertie's, the only legalized casino of its kind in Canada. Diamond Tooth Gertie's real name was Gertrude Lovejoy. She operated casino and boarding houses on Front Street. She had a fellow come in a casino one night and lost all his money on 21 tables. He then offered to play the house for a diamond, one hand, try to get the money back. They said the diamond's worth $10,000. Gertie agreed to the game, and he lost. Gertie took that diamond, had it mounted in her front tooth, so-called Diamond Tooth Gertie.
When you travel with Westours through the Yukon, you somehow feel like one of the locals.
Now, when this dredge was in operation, not only could it be heard, but it could be felt in Dawson City from here. You got 75 buckets.
Not only hear the spirit of the Yukon all around you, you feel what it must have been like to have spent time here 100 years ago.
Get those big ones out, just kind of go like that. Dip it in and shake it around.
That feeling of belonging comes from all the Westours people you meet along the way. People who know and love the Yukon.
You haven't seen anything on the bottom. You got Klondike fever, you can tell
The
already.
people of Westours know how to make history live again, and to make you relive the spirit of the Klondike.
Bonanza!
As fabled as the Nile and the Amazon, navigated by early trappers and praised by poets, the Yukon River has flowed dramatically through the history of Alaska and the Yukon Territory. Its history is richer than all of the gold gleamed from its streams. And now, only with Westours can you navigate this historical river between Dawson City and Eagle, Alaska, in Westours' new specially designed boat, the Yukon Queen. And from there, you're on your way to Fairbanks, home to riverboats and classic sternwheelers that ply the waters of the Chena and the Tanana rivers. Above or below the Arctic Circle, riding on one of Westours' luxury motor coaches is the most comfortable way to travel. Having introduced motor coaches to the highways of Alaska more than 40 years ago, Westours is more qualified than anyone to offer you the ultimate road trip on the Dalton Highway.
The Alyeska Pipeline was the largest privately financed construction
Winding
ever in
through
man's
spectacular
entire
country, you will travel the haul
history.
road
The pipeline runs from
used to
Prudhoe
build
Bay
the
on
Trans-Alaska Pipeline.
800 miles
Only recently opened to the public through special permit, this new adventure is another example of Westours' continuing effort to get you as close as possible to the natural and man-made wonders of Alaska. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline runs 800 miles from Prudhoe Bay in the north to the port of Valdez far to the south. And as you will learn along the way, this technological wonder is a great example of man's ability to leave undisturbed that which is most precious, the land and its multitude of natural inhabitants. Especially here at the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, over 20 million acres of tundra, permafrost, and migrating caribou, before reaching the top of the world at Prudhoe Bay.
All aboard!
Westours welcomes you to a new adventure aboard our own private McKinley Explorer domed rail cars for a luxury tour to Mount McKinley and Denali National Park. Here's the train to match the mountains, gleaming stainless steel cars with a glass domed roof, so wherever you sit, you see all the beauty that surrounds you. Lean back and look out on awesome views such as Hurricane Gulch. And as this grandeur of Alaska rolls by, enjoy a cocktail and refreshment served right at your seat in the upper section. Or just step down to the lower level of your private car to the perfect setting for brunch or dinner, prepared by our own chefs on board who specialize in local Alaskan cuisine. Relax and experience what the grandeur of traveling by train can be, especially with Westours people to make you comfortable.
You might want to watch for moose as we travel on the Susitna River. They are popular in this area. And also, if you see a giraffe or an alligator or elephant, we offer a prize of about $10,000.
The luxurious McKinley Explorer has rapidly become one of Westours' most popular features. The first glimpse of Denali National Park is a glorious experience. Here, wildlife, flowers, and lush scenery spread across nearly 2 million acres of unbelievable outdoor beauty. You'll see the grandeur of Mount McKinley rising more than 20,000 feet along the northern tier of the Alaska Range. The incredible scenery and abundant wildlife of this area make Denali one of the world's greatest natural settings. While Alaska is famed for its frontier spirit and untamed natural beauty, Westours ensures there will also be that measure of comfort every traveler needs. Wherever you go, the friendly people of Westours are always there to lend a hand, as here in Anchorage, Alaska's largest and most cosmopolitan city. Westours owns and operates Westmark Hotels, the largest group of hotels and inns in Alaska and Canada's Yukon. Comfortable places dedicated to making you feel at home.
This is the Matanuska Glacier, and it is 29 miles long and up to 2 to 4 miles wide. It is the largest
From Anchorage, take a tour through the lush Matanuska Valley, an agricultural wonder between snow-capped mountains.
It goes back to Mount Marcus.
Here, the sun shines nearly 20 hours a day during the growing season, resulting in some of the largest fresh vegetables on record. Leaving this fertile region, we travel through Keystone Canyon to the Switzerland of Alaska, the port of Valdez. Valdez is a Westours exclusive when staying overnight or visiting the Trans-Alaska Pipeline Terminal facility. Then board the Glacier Queen and sail the waters of Prince William Sound for a close-up look at Columbia Glacier, a 200-foot-high wall of ice over 3 miles wide and thousands of years old. You can also visit Portage Glacier, where a handful of nature is hard to resist. The idea that Westours is Alaska is nowhere better demonstrated than on our new adventure to the Kenai Peninsula. This new Westours adventure is rich in tradition. And along the banks of the Kenai River, there's no more a perfect setting for the traditional salmon bake. An outdoor feast of fresh Alaskan salmon cooked over open fires. Then take a gentle ride on the Kenai River with a professional guide who will explain the natural wonders of this area.
And a lot of the fish run up this stream over here. It's a smaller stream than the Kenai. It's a clear water stream. And they go upriver to spawn in the lakes that are up in this valley up here.
Floating along the Kenai River gives you a chance to experience the wilderness in a way you'll never forget. Whether on water or on land, your adventure continues, passing through the Kenai National Wildlife Refuge, which covers more than 2 million acres. This rambling road traverses grassy hills where the area's first homesteaders settled in the early part of the century. Every turn in the road offers a new view of something to remember, especially here on Skyline Drive, overlooking the quaint town of Homer on magnificent Katmai Bay. Katmai Bay is a beautiful deep water bay, guarded by timber coastlines and rich in wildlife. It is easy to understand how this quiet beauty of Homer and Katmai Bay have inspired painters and sculptors to make this area the art capital of South Central Alaska. When you cross the bay, you will understand why the Aleut Indians named it Katmai, meaning Smoky Bay. Only Westours gives you this somewhat mystical experience in this primal wilderness. In the middle of the bay is Gull Island, a thriving bird rookery, vibrant with the chatter and energy of uncounted species, including everyone's favorite, the puffin. The Kenai Peninsula reveals one spectacular view after another. Halibut Cove seems to attract a variety of wildlife and its own breed of artists, where a traveler has a chance to pick up rare souvenirs like oil paintings, fish prints, pottery, batik, silkscreen prints, and even a painting done in octopus ink by this most celebrated local talent, Diana Tillion. We also take you to Nome and beyond the Arctic Circle to Kotzebue, to the rituals and music in the land of the midnight sun. A new exclusive Westours adventure takes you to Katmai National Park, 4 million acres of natural wonders in the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, created by the 1912 eruption of Novarupta volcano, with a cataclysmic force 10 times greater than that of Mount St. Helens.
Welcome to Katmai National Park. We have the largest naturally managed population of brown bear in the entire world here. You need to be aware of the fact that they are in the area. They're wild animals that are free to roam anywhere they want in the area. They could be behind any tree, in any patch of bushes. They can be behind any building.
Today, Katmai is a wonder of natural landscape, breathtaking scenery, and a sanctuary for the largest protected population of coastal brown bears in the world, who are drawn to the rivers and streams when the salmon spawn. A visit to Katmai National Park includes a scenic stroll into the valley below. Called the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, this is a bizarre natural work of art. Much of its 40 square miles is buried under volcanic ash, forming moonscape patterns. Rich streaks of colored earth in shades of yellow, red, and tan are cut by roaring paths of water, river channels as deep as 100 feet and only 5 or 10 feet wide. This is truly a land that time forgot. Katmai National Park is a new Westours adventure you'll long remember. This is our Alaska, and we would like to share it with you.
Alaska is an eagle that I want to fly across a sea of castles, reaching for the sky. Alaska is the part of me left unexplored. Alaska is the warming sun on a misty fjord. She is the mystery that I will never tame. She is Alaska, Alaska. Alaska is her
name. Let Westours' experiences in Alaska enrich yours, and you'll discover why Westours is Alaska, and Canada's Yukon too.